Hello, everyone. This is Hussein, and today, let's say tonight, 'cause we're talking about walking and its relationship with various aspects of our well-being, right? And especially like sleep, we talked about cognition, we talked about an overall well-being. Like how's walking and its speed, for instance, can help our overall well-being, right? And it is, they call it sixth vital sign. You remember that. So today we just want to go over what we learned. So hopefully this is something that I can do in my podcast. So I'll try to pick up a topic and try to learn it, first of all myself, and because you're not expert in everything, right? And then eventually go together and then see wrap it up, to some extent, of what we have learned. So today we want to talk about what we learned about walking. You remember it was discussed that it can, or it might, walking might enhance the sleep quality, and how you rewalk the patterns, and how, or even speed, for instance, can help diagnose different types of neurological issues, or talks about not exactly, but it can actually give indication. Maybe gait speed is just one indication, but it seems to be an important one. Or for sleep quality, people talking about how it can change, for instance, the sleep quality, because might affect it might affect the melatonin level. But of course, what I was reading, it wasn't, any kind of walking. It seems that it should be moderate intensity for at least like 30 minutes, but just way before, like 2, 3 hours before bedtime. Some people do it in the morning. It was effective. So again, you have to be cautious about all these. When we talk about research or we talk about these findings, they're not necessarily fact. And they have been discussed or have been collected data from certain people. It may or may not work for you, right? So just be mindful of that always. So whenever we say something, it doesn't mean this is fact necessarily. Double check it, fact check it. I'll try to do it a couple of times, but again, finding the actual fact takes time. That's the whole point of science. We never stop. Or cognition or walking, which are intertwined. That's important. And the way we walk, and if we walk and focus on our surrounding and what's going on inside the body, it seems to be really helping. Physical activity plus the mental one is really intertwined. Even it can enhance memory, attention, and overall cognitive performance. All right. And they say that if you have simple steps, it will eventually can have a big changes. Although it is very low risk as well, and it's good for people with chronic diseases. Contribute, it can overall lead to healthier lifestyle and contribute to a longer and healthier life. And of course, if you want to focus, this is maybe another topic we can discuss later on. For instance, fall related one, or exercises, or the type of exercises that can help the overall like bone and muscles. Maybe walking as a low impact exercise would be suitable to some extent, but you may not need to do more under the supervision, of course. Because people are different in terms of the performances, how the situations and everything, right? And then we talked about AI. We talked about how AI can help. Just like big companies are doing all they can. They put all their technologies, all their engineers. Like lots of people, not necessarily all of them, to come up with different AI technologies and the potential to offer personalized health advice. For instance, you have your watch, and they will tell you how your sleep was, how your walking patterns are. And it might affect your sleep and cognition. I have actually hypothesis that I believe that if you want to do something, you probably need to like can you want to do exercise, you would be better off if these things not attached to you, like the sensors and everything. I love all these kind of technologies, but if you attach things to the body and then like a wearables, all sort of things, and then you collect data, you're affecting the way that person is doing things. It could be a walking, could be sleep, when you're sleeping and you attach all sort of things. It might help to diagnose, but if you want to keep doing the recovery or helping this person to come back to normal, just normal, we don't know what normal is, it might help if the intervention would be different from the the actual activity. So it's another big area that people might have different opinions. But what I mean is just you can do exercise, enjoy it with minimum number of things attached to you, right? Anyway, that's totally different. We digressed. So we were talking about the sleep and work connection and walk connection. We talked about it. So there are beneficial ones, but again, if it is excessive, just before I've done it, not just walking, but I've done excessive exercises. You probably have done it. It's like having lots of things in your body, right? Then you feel like, oh, I cannot sleep well. So vigorous exercises are not recommended as such, right? There are things that are uncertain that I realized, like regular walks boost melatonin production. It seems that it's not necessarily there. The connection and the direct connection between walking and melatonin production, what I've realized is unclear, though people have found some relationships. Okay. Um, it seems that exercise can affect sleep hormones, but the mechanism is quite complex, right? Involve more than just one idea of like, oh, melatonin. But overall, if we just want to have a take-home message, walking is great. If you can walk, go for it. If you are, for instance, sitting, I'm just standing, you can see, probably you can notice. If you can stand and, do walking while you're working, because most of us are sitting and doing, kind of desk work and these kind of, or even if you're in a car, just try to use this natural way of doing things for us. We are born to walk and run and do these kind of activities, right? Look at the babies. It's just the way it is, right? And then we stop walking. We eventually just, I call it from zero speed, which is the baby born, the gauge speed, and then we eventually increase it all the way to 20 something years old, and we have our maximum gauge speed or walking speed, and then when we die, it's again zero. So it's from zero to zero. When stop walking, you should consider that a lot of the health benefits or health challenges will come, right? They can help the quality of sleep. We talked about cognitive functions, mental well-being, and overall well-being. So tell us about how do you walk, or if you don't, do you want to start walking? And just simple one, like 5-10 minutes. Start small. You can't really start say, oh, I want to go like an hour walking. It's not gonna work easily. Just start very small, break it down, say, okay, I want to walk 1 minute, do it, and then the day after, say 2 minutes or 1 minute, 20 seconds or whatever. And just if you break it down, you eventually will be there. So all the best. Have a wonderful weekend, and keep walking, and have a wonderful sleep. Good night, a good day, wherever you are.